Yo. Hey everyone. Today I want to talk about the solar plexus chakra, show you a brief demonstration of how to treat it yourself, and talk about how it is there for you and how it's one of your closest friends. So the solar plexus region is called that because I'm pretty sure it's Latin, could be Greek, but anyway, it refers to the notion of a sun network. Why is it called that? Well, your solar plexus has various important organs that are necessary for digestion. It has your stomach, it has your pancreas and liver, and it has your adrenals. So your main organs, stomach, pancreas, liver, they digest the environment that you take in, your food. They digest various like pathogens and sicknesses that come in and help you defend against those. And your adrenals help you process the threatening nature of reality. That is, if something happens and you need to react quickly, your adrenals can kick in because you've taken in information that lets you know that you're in threat, you're in danger, and your adrenals help you react. So the reason we call it sun network is because the nerves that come in from the spinal column and within your sympathetic and the active nervous system, the one that actively controls things, they wrap around all of the organs that are in here. They connect those organs and they connect them to your neural center, so your brain. So most of it is done automatically, obviously, but the reason it's important is that the amount of nerves that are in the area controlling your solar plexus, that represent your solar plexus, those nerves are similar to the amount, that is, the amount of nerves that are there is close to how much is active in your brain. So it's good. Oh, and yes, so if you splay out those nerves as they do in like autopsies and stuff, the way that the nerves splay out of your stomach region, your gut region, displays like a radial sun with its rays coming out. So that's why it's like scientifically called the sun network. It's good that there is so many nerves and so much energetic action and so much of your biology devoted to this region, not just so that you can digest and deal with your environment, but also from an energetic Reiki point of view. And the reason for that is that your energetic self is almost primarily connected to your body through the solar plexus region. So what do I mean by that energetic self, and why is it important? Well, first I'm gonna start showing you while we're talking a little bit about where you want to place your hands in order to address your solar plexus. So I'm already pretty warmed up. I did some meditating before I started the video. If you want to jump back into my first demonstration video, the how to do Reiki, I walk through a good way to get going into a Reiki session for that. But so here we go. The energetic self goes by a lot of different names, but in many cultures and in many religions, it is often seen that the solar plexus region, the stomach, is sort of the seat of the soul. So in Christianity, I guess it could be referred to as your soul. In Hinduism, it would be your Atman. In some woo-woo circles that I know are on the internet now, and institution-wise across at least America, they call it the higher self. I like to refer to it as the subconscious. I think that that's a great way for me to process how what I'm about to describe works, because it works. So right now, I'm alternating my hands between the different organs that are in there. I'm on the right side of my stomach where I have a little bit of ulcer issue. Before I was addressing pancreas and liver, just giving them some energy, just giving them some love and time. This self, this energetic self that speaks to you through your stomach, it does it because that subconscious, I'll call it the subconscious self, keeps a reservoir of all the information that you've ever lived. So all the experiences you've had, the difficulties, the successes, this higher self, this energetic self, this aura self that you are, keeps all of that information as you progress through life. And your conscious self, your physical self, only processes so much of it at a time. And that's good, because whereas, our energetic self is connected to the infinite intelligence that is like Reiki or God or Brahman or whatever you call it, our physical self kind of runs on a 5-pound brain. So it's good that we don't have access to every bit of information that we've ever lived or ever experienced all at once, because it would kind of overclock it, right? So one of the reasons we want to keep a good solar plexus vibe, a good energy to our solar plexus, and make sure we are giving it lots of love, is because when that solar plexus is doing well, when your gut is well, when it's calm, when it's not too hyped up, at the same time it's not too deprived of sustenance, you can start getting intuition. And that comes out of states like what we call being in tune, or meditating on the Reiki, or in psychology, it's called slow wave states of being. So you're talking about lower rotations of your brain waves into states like alpha and theta while you're waking, rather than beta, which is the high wave, busy state of mind. And that's, at least that part I actually know about, because I went to school for that. So once you get a good functioning gut, your gut can hit you, tune you in to intuition. And intuition is very similar to instinct. Just to pause for a sec. The lower solar plexus regions, all the connecting tissue to your lower digestive stuff, make sure you are spending a few minutes on that as well. Even the lower parts of your body deserve time with your Reiki. And once you have that intuition going, you can start getting benefits of it. Now, how is intuition different from instinct? Well, instinct will come to you instantaneously and can present in the same way that intuition does. That is, through pictures, through urges, through spontaneous emotions and all that. But instinct will not take into account the future. Instinct can cause you to overreact and create even more problems for yourself down the road, right? Instinctual responses may not always be measured actions. And so intuition, because it's connected to your higher subconscious self, it's taking into account all of the data that you've known and have ever known, instead of instinct, which is just taking into account of what do I need to do in this moment to get out of this bad situation, right? Which is kind of what instinct is for. This intuition can come in pictures, it can come in feelings, it can come in imaginations of creative ways to solve problems or move forward with things you want to do in your life. There's a bunch of other benefits. In acting, one of the phenomenon I noticed was right before I went on stage, I would get butterflies. And a lot of people say, oh, that's nerves. You don't want to think about that. You do. You want to be psyched up for the things that you're hoping to do well in. And that type of fiery energy comes from being in tune and in the moment. Your gut can also let you know when you're walking into a bad situation, or when you're in a place that you need to leave, or when you're flying high and when you're doing well and when you need to keep riding the wave you're on in order to continue your success. A good, healthy solar plexus helps you navigate life, and following your intuition can lead you to the manifestation of your best self. And that's very good. So be kind to your solar plexus region, and for God's sakes, drink water. A lot of those stomach aches and cramps and unsettled notions you get in your solar plexus really just result from needing a little bit of hydration. I'll tell you something that my Taekwondo martial arts master taught me, and that's that all of these nerve endings, all of these nervous system things, and particularly your solar plexus, which is in and of itself is an entire network of nerves that we often don't even actively think about but expect to work perfectly or else we feel bad, right? Make sure that it gets water, because all of those nerves run on electricity. Your ability to interpret and intuit their information relies on electricity, and that electricity needs water to conduct. So let it conduct, and let yourself take time to make sure you are settling the nerves of your stomach and taking time to listen to your gut and follow your intuition. And the more you do it and the more you get practiced at doing it, the more you'll be able to hear it, and the more you'll be able to rely on your gut and its intuition in order to help you get the best outcomes out of life. And that's a lot of what Reiki is being and feeling and having and seeing the world through that optimal energy, that ideal state, whatever that happens to be personally for you. So thanks, guys. Have a good weekend.